Stone. He's an amazing speaker internationally, and we've done a lot of shows together. We've done a lot of opportunities for people in the past. This, I think, is probably one of the best financial opportunities in the world right now. And I don't say that lightly, and Sasha is going to bring us up to speed to that. We got a great, roundtable here. So Sasha, take it.
Thanks, Michael, and I'll second what you just said, except I'll qualify the fact that it almost certainly is the very best in the world offering right now. Anyone involved in sovereignty and consciousness understands that we've arrived at an existential crossroad civilizationally. We all know this is it. This is the vector. This is the dateline zero where we make a conscious determination to step off the playing field of the kingdom of the devil and move into the new emergent revelation. We are not participating in sacrificial harvest. We're not participating in blood economy. We will not be taking the knee to Caesar and rendering coin when all that coin does is manufacture icons like Jeffrey goddamn Epstein and that pantheon of hideous false gods that come out of the status quo. And I'm talking about the silicon billionaires, the crypto billionaires, all of that godless theater, which is frankly just financial Hollywood. Good people don't aspire to that stuff. We are just wanting to begin the process of moving around the surface of the earth unmolested and able to conduct our business as children of God. That's it. Transacting without being molested by Babylonian priesthoods masquerading as government or as institutions or as the compliances or the trade and the shipping and the customs and the excise. All of that stuff is engineered to cock block humanity from being able to freely transact. End of story. And until we can freely transact and restore and reclaim our own autonomy and sovereignty in free exchange, which is basically our time, our motion, our life force equals coin, equals money, equals fiat. And so long as that fiat, that money, that coin is going to be butchered and bastardized and fleeced and heisted by the third-party intervention, by the Babylonian priest banker class, by all the institutions that are rigged to literally eat us alive, until we step out of that and break those contracts, we will continue to be fodder. We will continue to be eaten alive by the status quo. So that's why for the last couple of years, my team have been fastidiously in the basement building a new tracking system or rail system upon which we can now begin our autonomous sovereign banking and exchange and transacting. And that is where you're actually the first. We're bringing you in at the premiere, at the front end of this new paradigm financial system. Anyone can go to newearthx.com. So newearthx.com is the primary gateway. It is an exchange. It is a crypto bank. The fiat bank goes online Q3 of this year. There is crypto banking and there is fiat banking. There is also trading and commodities, and there is the wallet system through which we're able to transact without being cock-blocked. And that's the piece we're speaking to today, to your intuitive warrior movement across Middle America and around the world. This is where you take that first conscious step outside of the kingdom of the devil and into autonomous sovereign banking, where your money can never, or your assets can never be got at by the bankster class when they choose to pull the rug on the banks, when they choose to trigger runs on the bank. All of that witchery is a thing of the past, but you have to now switch into the New Earth system. And here, on this call are two of the lead developers behind this extraordinary offering. It's called a ghost wallet. Of course, the regulatory authorities and the bankster class do not like this stuff. They're doing everything that they can to rally statutory and ordinances and statutory compliances to make it impossible for us. They want to see everything. They want to be sniffing our underpants every minute of every day and seeing exactly what we're spending our money on. Why? Because Caesar in the clouds still thinks that Caesar owns us, which he doesn't. Never did. It's all a mind game. So here is the mechanism. It's called the New Earth Ghost Wallet. And the QR code here is the Michael Jaco Intuitive Warrior Ghost Wallet. And inside that Ghost Wallet, which is the exchange, is your own capacity to do your own banking completely out of surveillance. You are able to, at this point, take autonomous sovereign banking and movement of your own prosperity forward the way you choose to do it. Joe Swanee here and Johnny Chomsky, both in the office in Southern Africa, which is where the center of our financial activities are. Surprise, surprise. Africa is the cornerstone of the global economy. Just ask Donald Trump and Xi Jinping and Putin. They'll all explain that to you.
Yes, Michael, thank you for having us, first of all. So any Ghost Wallet is a offline, decentralized, self-custodial wallet. Okay, so it's basically the first of its kind. It's been developed in-house. It's got a 7-layered security system attached to it. It has 15,000 different types of chains and tokens on it, crypto chains and tokens that you can swap for internally in the wallet itself. It also comes with a wonderful little aspect of a Visa virtual card. So that allows you to spend USDT crypto essentially at any market or store globally, flights, hotels, daily expenditure, groceries, fuel, that you can spend from your crypto account. So, which also keeps your spending private. So this wallet has multiple functions, and it's also attached directly to New Earth X's web platform that you can browse, go through. You can log into your profile there, top up your cards, and you can obviously also get to the crypto banking system, as it's coming soon. This will also then allow you to access it via biometrics. So you've got facial or two-step authentication. You also have your basic login on the system, but you can add extra members as well. If you have a wife or a lawyer or someone that needs to have access in a later stage to protect your funds. But the nice thing about the Ghost Wallet, and this is why we call it the Ghost Wallet, is that it puts you in control as an user. So you as the owner of your device owns your device biometrically. You own your device's keys. You own the funds on your device and nobody else. So it can't get frozen by governments. It can't get frozen by anybody that external parties. It puts you in control. That's basically what it does.
At that point, you are completely hidden and invisible, which is exactly how it should be. And Michael, if you want to just pull up the image of the card, the demo of the Intuitive Warrior Visa card, because again, that dongle or that thumb drive Ghost Wallet is a tap and pay unit itself. But you can also extend it obviously into your Apple Pay, whatever, and your phone, and have the virtual card there. We're also bringing hard, proper card, physical cards online for those people who want them. But honestly, 99% of people are using tap and pay with their telephones nowadays. So you have the option of using your phone with the Intuitive Warrior New Earth X card, or you can use your dongle, the actual biometric thing, as the tap and pay unit itself, which you can wear that around your neck or on your key ring. So those are the two options here. And here's the important thing for people to understand. Every person that comes in now in this community, within Michael Jaco's community, all of the people who come in, their friends and family start coming into this. It's immediately, day one, starting to build a closed loop commonwealth. For you guys, every single customer or follower or member of Jaco's network are going to become beneficiaries. Every single time you tap to pay a micro dividend that would otherwise go to the bankers, the transaction fees, a micro dividend is going to go back into your Ghost Wallet from every single time you tap or pay on anything. A micro dividend will also go toward the New Earth Exchange treasury, and a micro dividend is also going to the Michael Jaco Intuitive Warrior treasury to build the network forward. So that's how we're creating this commonwealth. The New Earth Exchange benefits, the Intuitive Warrior Network benefits, and the user benefits with every single tap and pay usage of the card. People come in, they can just sign up as an affiliate. We only do 2 levels because we have no interest in pyramid schemes. We have no interest in multi-level marketing and all that stuff. That is of no consequence or interest to us. But we do bring in a 2-tier system precisely in order to let every single member or follower of your network who comes on board, they can then bring their friends, family, factory workers. You can build your own community, pass the word, spread the, pass the light. And the more people you bring in under you, you will get a micro dividend of every single tap and pay that they ever do through this system. So you will have a passive income almost overnight. And if you really work to spread the gospel of this 0-point economy, this new commonwealth where we take money back from the banksters and put it into our own communities, when you finally get that and the light bulb goes on, we should all be out there every single day proselytizing, evangelizing this system. Because this is the first time it's ever happened that we're able to build a commonwealth like this for ourselves on the existing rails of the so-called banking and financial system.
Yeah, this is fantastic. We talked for hours about this on the back end. So I got very excited about it because one thing I noticed with the truckers in Canada and so forth, they had their account seized. You won't have your account seized because
correct,
you control your money. And when I saw how much the banksters are making every time you use your credit card, and you're going to get that now, I'm like, holy moly! No wonder they're protecting this. So this has huge potential for all of us.
Right now, what I'd like to do is have Johnny open up his screen and show the Michael Jaco's gateway, so to speak, in the New Earth Exchange, and just walk everyone through how you can onboard.
All right, thanks, Michael, for having us. Thanks, Sasha. So, based on the QR code we saw there on Joe's screen, so you'll scan the QR code, it will take you over to this page. As you can see, it's a very beautiful page for Michael. So obviously just explaining a bit about Michael and his history. So there's an option here where you can as well click here. It will then take you through to a login screen if you have not logged in or signed up yet. You'll do obviously your initial sign up. Once you sign up, you obviously get affiliated to Michael Jaco's network. So you'll fall under him as an affiliate. It's just a bit more about him. And then it's at the bottom, as well as the wallet. So you can also as well switch over. It will take you to where you can purchase a wallet. And then you can just purchase a wallet through here.
Very good. So the $2.99 USD is the cost of the wallet, and it gets sent to you. I believe we had some issues with shipping. Surprise, surprise. The usual FedEx, DHL channels started screwing up all the shipping in the last couple of weeks. So we've swung saddles. Joe, speak to that. We're now sending bulk consignment to the different continents, and then they're getting sent on from there. So what's the shipping turnaround now?
Our shipping turnarounds now is running between, roughly between 7 to 12 days from shipment for delivery. And it's also getting shipped directly from our main factory where everything is being produced now and loaded up and so on. I also just need to specify that the $2.99 includes your virtual Visa card. So that comes, you actually get your wallet and you get your card with a $10 balance on it already loaded.
So there's money loaded onto it, so you can immediately go out and buy a cappuccino and just check that it's working. Okay.
There we go.
So let's just, Michael, is it okay if I just take on some of these questions that I'm seeing?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So you're saying $2.99 is very reasonable. It's a great deal. Yep. Thank you for that salient, sensible comment. is the Ghost wallet physical or digital or both? It is both. Joe, speak to that, but that's one of the questions.
Yes, so it's a hardware device, a USB, as you see in the pictures that we're showing you here. Here's one of the devices. So it comes in this box. It's a biometric device.
You
And,
put your thumbprint on it to activate it, right?
yeah, so you put your thumbprint on it to activate, to get access to the software in the first place. Yeah, it is, and it's got six other layers of security when you log into it as well. But you get your wallet without any address or created wallet on it. As soon as you have registered your wallet and gone into it, you are the first person to create your wallet, so you are the first person to see your seed phrase as well.
It's like your own bank, and we've talked about how eventually we're and who knows, maybe pretty soon here, how you can put a lot of assets into that, so they can be protected and can't be stolen or whatever. So very, very powerful.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, let's just get through to some more questions. This is a pure sales pitch, guys, question mark. If you want to look at it that way, you're welcome to it. I would look at it as the benediction from the heavens, actually, and insane amounts of hard work by incredibly noble people who've spent years actually working around the satanic system in order to help people like you and your family and your grandchildren get into a better world and get onto better tracks of autonomous sovereign banking. So again, this is the line in the sand where we can step out and step into autonomous sovereign new earth banking. And we have treaties that we're undertaking with sovereign kingdoms around the world. I can speak to that in a little while. And then someone's asking about, is this foolproof to scammers and hackers? And the short answer is, so far, yes. Weeks ago, the guys set up a hackathon, and anyone out there is invited to jump into the hackathon. There is the first New Earth wallet was put up on that hackathon with money in it. So if you can hack your way into it, you can have the money. So Joe, I don't know how you want to play that, but where can hackers go and try and jump in?
Well, it is currently on Atomic's X profile, but what we can do is we can actually spread it out to more social networks. I mean, I'm not afraid at all. We can put it everywhere.
And let me just say that if you can hack into our system, you've got a job with us day one. All right.
Definitely.
No one can hack it so far. I'm just having a look at more questions here.
Because it is an incredible opportunity, guys. Unbelievable. I'm so excited about this. One of the most exciting things, like Sasha said, you've been working on for years. And this could be the last window that we have before they come in and basically enslave us into their system.
Indeed. So someone else is asking, moving from an interest-bearing debt currency to a wealth-based currency, from economic servitude to liberation. It's a good way of putting it. It's moving from complete surveillance and a subjugation into full spectrum autonomy and sovereignty. That's entirely correct. That's exactly what it is. It's historic. It's utterly pioneering. It is a grotesque threat to the status quo. But then Donald J. Trump is a grotesque threat to the status quo. Vladimir Putin's a threat to the status quo. All threats to the status quo are very necessary and needful right now, because this is the moment in time where we're taking down the old Khazarian mafiosi systems. Someone else is saying, boom, 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 hope it's not a Ponzi scheme. Well, Peggy, I think what you mean is Ponzi. I don't know what a Ponzi scheme is, but hope away. Of course, it's not a Ponzi scheme. I think Michael's a little smarter than that. I think I'm a little smarter than that. But we're all of us wary of these kinds of schemes. That is why we wouldn't entertain a multi-level marketing scenario here. No interest in that. The reason why we're allowing a two-tier affiliate system is for you. It doesn't help us. It's us giving dividends to you. So our two-tier system invites anyone on the street to be able to participate. That's the extension of kindness and grace from us as the bank, so to speak. So that's why I say, please try and see this in a different way. The two-tier affiliate system is how you create a commonwealth in your own domestic life, in your own individual life, in your own business. Because if you're a business and you've got a couple of hundred people working in the factory, this is an ideal space for you to create a social economy, inward-looking one, where it creates abundance and profit comes into the commonwealth of your company or your movement.
Can you speak more to the future of this enterprise? Where do you see it in 5 to 10 years in terms of growth and potential?
As far as I'm concerned, we are developing the entire New Earth X banking system and financial services ecosystem is all being built and developed right now in order to service every single element and aspect of the planetary economy. So it's only going to be for conscious people who understand sovereignty. They'll move into this track system. Other people who are fraidy cats and who think that the government is there to serve them and think that doctors offering up pointy needles are a healthy option. Those kind of people are not going to be coming into this emergent new economy. That's for sure. So, this in a sense is a bifurcation for those people, the meek who inherit the earth. How the hell do the meek inherit the earth if they can't actually sustain their own commonwealth and their own capacity to move freely unmolested and to transact freely without being fleeced by a blood economy-based inflationary system, which claims that it owns you from birth and claims that it owns all of your benefits and that you just get given whatever the state decrees. That's the old order of things, and that's what's dying. Where are we going in 5 years from now? Into a 0-point economy altogether, where there will be zero inflation, where the micronations that we are already negotiating now in different parts of the world and beginning to institute, those micronations fall within the umbrella of the New Earth Coalition, which is an ecclesiastically protected universal trust. Actually, it's about 3 or 4 dozen irrevocable universal trusts nested into an umbrella universal trust, which is a diocese. It's an ecclesiastic, it's a church, a planetary church in that sense. And we carry those ecclesiastical privileges and protections in exactly the same way that the Vatican City does, or the Catholic Church does, in exactly the same way that the Crown of England and the City of London have granted themselves special dispensation, special protections through their ecclesiastical corporation soul, the same as Basel, Switzerland, and the same as Washington, District of Columbia. These are independently, privately owned corporate, fiefdoms, principalities. So we've simply emulated at the jurisdictional and lawful and legal level, we have simply replicated that. So we cannot be attacked by those engines because they would be attacking the premise of their own enterprise. And that's taken us years to establish this. But the actual banking mechanisms and the lending mechanisms and the trading and commodities platforms, all of which are underway right now, well underway within the New Earth Exchange. And all these are going online between now and the end of this year. Example, because that was a great question you asked, where we're going in 5 years. I'm going to try and break it down simply. As of today, we have over $300 billion worth of government-sanctioned projects which are in line vying to be listed on the New Earth Exchange. So that's a long process. It's a big process. We're building the team up right now, but those are bona fides. So the exchange itself, we are being approached by big corporations and institutions, as well as small ones, and governments saying, well, we can't get loans from the IMF or the World Bank or in the normal through the normal channels any longer. We need to build a new bridge. We need to build a new highway. We need to build a new hospital. We need to build a new college, agricultural college, or whatever it is. Or we need to bring in industrial hemp, or we need to clean up the coral with bioremediation. Whatever those projects are, as long as they've got a study, a business plan, and a feasibility study to them, they can then be listed on the New Earth Exchange and tokenized. So that's what we do. And that's why we've got so much interest from these developing nations saying, hey, we'd rather tokenize and list our projects on your exchange than try and go and get loans from the bank. So that's something which is very exciting moving forward. On the commodities side of it, we've got our own scouts and agents on the ground, principally in Africa, because that's the cornerstone of the world economy when it relates to, you know, diamonds and gold and all of that stuff, the commodities. What we are promoting and proselytizing like evangelists is for ethical mining, to not bring up the gold, not bring up the emeralds and the diamonds where we don't need to. We simply need to know where they are, do the spectral analysis, lock and load the value of those mineral assets, and then tokenize them using the locked assets as the collateral. That's lawful, legal business. So we're emulating what's out there. We're doing it in a new way. How? With the relationships that we've got with sovereign kingdoms and the indigenous world. These are the new leaders that are now standing up and reclaiming Africa for Africans, Asia for Asians, Central America for Central Americans. That's the big stand-up that's happening. And Trump and Xi Jinping are paving the way for it, people. We're dealing with 287 kingdoms. And we are having the conversation about how they can bring their land forward, and we can help to monetize, help to tokenize, assetize. They're land rich, cash poor, right? Like most Mexicans, like most people in the developing world. They were given land, but no means to do anything with it. That was a nice move by the globalist agenda. So now these land rich people realizing that through spectral analysis, we can see underground kilometers. In fact, our New Earth commodities team, our technology access is 12 kilometers underground. I believe that's ahead of the US military, incidentally, Michael. We can see 12 kilometers underground with our partners in Germany. So the fact is, we can see where the gold is and the diamonds, the emeralds, and go, okay, and get those certified. And then once we've certified those deposits, we can use them as a collateral, launch a prosperity coin for that kingdom. Do you understand? Backed by their own locked assets in the soil. That's the breakthrough. Can you imagine how many billions, possibly trillions of dollars worth of real world assets through real world relationships that we are actually building forward? And people who know my work know I've spent 20 years working on hereditary redemption. People who know my work know that New Earth unified all the ancient sultanates and kingdoms of Southeast Asia in 2019 in the most historic event at New Earth Haven in Bali. So we're in the middle of that game. We've got those relationships. As we now begin to tokenize and assetize the kingdoms of the sovereign kingdoms of the world, that becomes a real economic basis. And so that is where we can afford to say things like, well, as we grow with this collateral base, with the New Earth Exchange, New Earth X, we will simply deflate the inflated economy so that everyone stepping into this ecclesiastical diocese, this protectorate space with micronations in Tennessee and all around the world, communities can plug and play into the 0 point metric.
How about the EBS? How about the Sarjasara? How about the med beds? How long have we been waiting, guys? We have to get involved. This is the way that we can break free from a very corrupt system, like we're saying, before it gets to the point where there is no breaking away from it. So who knows? Maybe we'll inspire the QFS, but we'll have a better system going forward. So this is why we're all of us here. I mean, these gentlemen are staying up super late. They're in South Africa, and the times are a lot different. So, you know, we're going to continue to bring you great information. The link will basically get, because a lot of people are like, how do I find out more about this? And the link will give you lots of deep information and allow you to sign up and whatever you want to do. So I think this is going to be, there we go. And now you're, yeah, perfect. So now you'll be able to like get the link. So let's see. Yep, it works. So get that link that's on there right now, the QR code, guys, and that'll get you in to begin your, your discovery. If you feel, motivated, trust your heart, trust your intuition, get involved. I'm fully on board. Obviously, Sasha's fully on board. These gentlemen are fully on board. They have a huge team, and they have a lot of big time players that are super involved in this already. So This is the moment to don't respond, get on board. So the social security depository insurance. So people, and that's huge. If you have a security recipient that wants to like get involved, thank you.
Yes.
Wow. And so how would they, get their payments, or how would any kind of payment,
Great point. Well, let's look at it, Joe. As Social Security has already had its taxes, right? So all you would need to do, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Joe, I'm not the technician, and you and the bankers and traders are, but on the team. But the Social Security coming in, you would simply buy U.S. digital tokens, USDT, correct? You would simply flip your fiat into USDT, easily enough done with a push of a button, into your wallet. You're now invisible. And now that monies that you're accumulating in your Intuitive Warrior Ghost wallet, that will never be seen again or surveilled by anyone. So as you use that to tap and pay forward in life, micro dividends and bank fees, so to speak, are coming back into your wallet and into the Intuitive Warrior's treasury.
And those bank fees are also less that we charge on our transactions than what banks charge. So that's another bonus point. And I just need to add here something that I've seen running through here quite a lot. Crypto is something that needs to be educated, yes. So we will offer a platform whereby we'll do videos and updates on how to properly onboard, use the system, spend it, give some education. We know a lot of people is not a crypto fundies, they're still learning, and a lot of people's got negative impacts from crypto before, because crypto isn't essentially a scene where a lot of scammers takes place. So it's got a bad reputation in some senses. But what we're doing here is, remember, we don't have any control on nobody's funds. Your funds is in your wallet. Your wallet's on the blockchain. So you can't lose your funds as well. It's permanently there. Your wallet's holding your keys. You've got access to that. And I think that little snippet will explain a lot of things to a lot of questions that was just asked in the last half an hour. But that's basically how the system works. But the difference between this wallet that we're offering you guys is, number one, it's got a Visa attached to it. Number two, it's offline. There's no database, there's no server, there's no outside connection besides your device and where you use it. That's it.
And that's beautiful. And like you guys were saying, you can have somebody else on your your card as well, and they could have their fingerprint or whatever and use it. Like I would have my wife use it, or she could have her own, and we both could have access to each other's cards to help, for whatever, reason, emergency, whatever. But that's another outstanding benefit from this system as well.
Okay, so again, I'll just recap for people. If you onboard, you're paying less by using a New Earth Intuitive Warrior card, a tap and pay. You are paying less interest in the first instance because we're lower than anyone else in the interest rate. Secondly, every single time you do tap and pay, you will be creating a micro dividend that comes back into your Ghost wallet, one that goes into the Intuitive Warrior Treasury wallet, Ghost wallet, and one that will go into the New Earth Exchange treasury as well. So that is the new Commonwealth we are creating amongst ourselves, and it's small, it's incremental, but when you start dealing with bigger networks of people, and anyone here can go and get other people and other networks on board under them, and you will make micro dividends from them. So that essentially is the feedback loop. That's the technology. And as I said, in Tennessee at our New Earth Tennessee event, Midsummer's Day, we're going to be unveiling the big bank, and that'll be going online third quarter of this year. Third quarter. So during the third quarter, the Fiat Bank will be going online. So we've got Crypto Bank, Fiat Bank, Ghost Wallet transaction systems, merchant systems coming online as well later this year, as well as the full New Earth Exchange. Anyone here can go to newearthx.com, and newearthx.com will show them the lily pad for the entire ecosystem.
So somebody's asking, when is the Tennessee event? You got
Midsummer's Day, June 20th, 21st.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very good. Yeah. Look forward to that. Is that going to be
Great stuff.
participatory? It's going to be broadcast, or people can come to it? How's that going to work?
Last year, Michael, we did this big event with, Sheriff Richard Mack and Laura Eisenhower, and Daniel Brinkley turned up. We had a lot of people turn up, and we had many paramount indigenous and hereditary leaders and kings from around the world came in on the big screen. At the same time, it was a 5-hour proclamation event on the 21st and on the 20th, the evening of the Midsummer's Day. We had the consecration event with the hereditary elders and leaders, emphasis the Cherokee Nation, because of course that part of Tennessee is Cherokee, which is why we call the New Earth land and the sanctuary there, we call it New Earth Tanasi, Tanasi, which is the name that the Cherokee historically called it. That's what Tennessee derived from. And so we've reconstituted that 66 odd acres, tethering it back to the Genesis treaties of the indigenous peoples going back 1,500 years. It was a powerful event. And this year is just about unveiling the master plan. Now we've had a year since we did the proclamation, and now we're unveiling the master plan for because we've begun groundbreaking on the project. So it's really more the community coming in, and I just thought, because I'm coming in and the others are flying in, I thought we'd use that as the premise to unveil the New Earth Bank as well on Midsummer's Day, symbolically.
Very good. Yeah. Look forward to that event. We'll broadcast that and put that information out as we get more of it. So thanks so much, gentlemen, for coming in and sharing this. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Great show, and look forward to sharing more of this in the future.